Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for stopping by to watch another episode here at Investing with All I See is W, where we talk about finance, personal health, and self development. Well, today I wanted to make this video to share with you additional tickers of companies as well as ETFs that I feel can add so much value to your investment portfolio, especially knowing that in the energy sector, the biotech sector, it's lately been booming, as well as some other tickers that have been climbing. I'll share those tickers with you, and let's go ahead and let's get started. But before I begin though, I'd like to inform you that all the information I'll be sharing with you today, it should be used as guidance information only, and anytime when you do make an investment, please make sure to always do your own research. Let's get started. Now, ticker number one I wanted to share with you is PSX by the company name of Phillips 66. So as you can see from a 5-day change, it's been growing at a 6% gain here. And since the start of November, the share price has been just climbing up, as you can see here, from the mid 45s up to like 70 now. And to me, I feel like PSX is still a strong buy, and look here, of 15 analysts, 10 are rating a strong buy with 4 are rating as a moderate buy. And let's look at a 1-year trend chart here. So as you can see, back about a year ago, back in December, the share price was hovering above 110. So the question is, can this company reach its prior resistance? Well, the fact that the low point was at the 43, I do see that the momentum is changing here, where we are beginning to see an increase in the buy to sell ratio, as well as the momentum increasing for this company. And that's why I feel PSX will get back up to the $100 share price range by Q1 of 2021. So let's not lose sight of what PSX can do for you. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is Genomic Revolution. This is an ETF. Now, what's surprising is, although the 5-day change had grown by 12%, let's take a look here, but it also had grown by 273% from a 1-year trend chart. So this is looking very solid. I mean, looking at 3 months, so if we go back 3 months, start of September, the share price was hovering at $53, and now it's all the way up to $89. The question is, can it continue to grow? I feel like the price point here can definitely hover beyond the $130 share price, because just with biotech, most companies within this ETF are just growing right now, and there's just an increased demand. Let's look at a 5-year trend chart. So as you can see, before the bull run up, the ETF was around mid $24, and it's been just climbing up. The question is, how far up can it climb? I feel like the bull run will continue, so let's not lose sight of what ARKG can do for you in terms of positive return on proceeds. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is quantum computing by the ticker QUBT. What I like about this company is that it is an artificial intelligence based company focused on just automating things for the internet. And what's so unique about this company is, let's look at a 1-year trend chart here. So back in May, the share price was less than $1, and it spiked all the way up to like $4.50 back in early June. It began to hover down. We see the coffee cup and handle forming here, and the handle began again, and it got all the way up to $5.38. While it's been trending down here, another coffee cup and handle forms, and it gets all the way up to $7.73. And to me, this is just repeating the similar coffee cup and handle, where I feel like there will be accumulation happening at the low point of like $4, and then there will be the gap up. And that's why I feel like QUBT will definitely be able to reach beyond the double-digit share price range just with time. And I really like what this company is doing, but let's just look at the 52-week trend chart here. So 500% gain, while in a 3-month perspective, we see a 66% gain here. So this is looking very solid for this company, quantum computing, and let's not ignore what they are working on. Now, next ticker I wanted to pivot over to is Gene by the company Genetic Tech Span. And this is an Australian-based company where they do have a number of patents with their diagnostic testing. And what I like so much about this company is the fact that prior to this big unexpected wave that had come back in early mid-July, the share price was like hovering at the $1 and it spiked all the way up close to double digits. Now, since then, it's been 4 months where accumulation has been taking place at the $3 range. The question is, when will we see an unexpected wave come? I do feel like if you were to, let's say, play the game of just planting the seeds here, parking your money, I feel like there can be another unexpected wave to come, given the fact that this is a DNA based company with a number of patents focusing on just coding DNA in genetic analysis and gene mapping. So that's why I feel Gene can add so much value to your investment portfolio if you're willing to take that risk. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is a company in the energy sector, and that's Sunrun by the ticker RUN, RUN. Now, although from a 5-day change perspective, we see that the share price had gone down by 13%, most analysts are still rating this company ticker as a buy. Of the 9 analysts, 6 are rating as a strong buy, most of the pie here, while there's 2 rating as a hold and 1 rating as a strong sell. Now, let's look at the 52-week high here. So 600% gain here with a 24% 3-month trend gain with Sunrun. And I like the fact that it's been tumbling down here, and here's an opportunity to purchase a really high demand company ticker at a much lower price than where it was back in October. Let's say, for example, if you had $5,000 and you wanted to invest in Sunrun at the price of $79, then you would definitely have much less shares than if you were to buy here, which is 2 months out. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is XLE. This is S&P 500 energy sector, and we know that the energy sector has been growing so much, but let's look at a 52-week trend chart here. So 77% gain, and I feel like the energy sector is continuing to boom right now, and this is where the money is flowing. So that's why it's important to consider investing in energy sector. And let's look at a 6-month trend chart here. So back in November, the XLE was around $27. Now it's hovering up to the $40 share price. So as you can see, it can definitely continue to grow here, and I feel like just with the demand for XLE right now in the energy sector, it can go up beyond the $70 share price range. Let's look at a max performance here. So back in 2014, the share price was hovering around at $97, while back in March it was hovering at $77. Now it's at the low point of $40. So I feel like it can definitely V-shape back up, and you can gain so much value with investing in XLE. Now, let's pivot over to the next ticker here I wanted to share with you, and that is Fitbit by the ticker FIT. Now, what I like about Fitbit is, although this ticker has been just in the plateau since 2017, I mean, now we're beginning to see momentum take place because of the news with Google potentially acquiring Fitbit. And I personally feel like Fitbit will begin to hover up with the change in momentum and the change in the buy to sell ratio, and I feel like the ticker can go beyond the double-digit share price range coming soon. So let's not ignore what Fitbit is doing. And just looking at a 52-week trend chart, we see a gain of 23%. I do feel like there can be a significant bull run with Fitbit, just knowing that Google is now involved with this company. Now, next ticker I wanted to share with you is a biotech company, and that is Merrimack Pharmaceuticals by the ticker MACK. Just by looking at the trend here, as you can see, in November, the share price hovered all the way up, like close to about 100% gain, right? Looking at November here, and we see a bull run taking place. And the question is, can Merrimack Pharmaceuticals continue its bull run? Well, we know back in 2016, the share price of this company was in like $63. Back in 2016 it was like $80, and now it's in the single digit share price range. Question is, can the share price gain back up? I feel like it definitely can. And just alone looking at a 5-day change, it's gone all the way up to like 84% gain here. And that's just looking very solid. And looking at a 5-year, no, looking at a 52-week trend here, we see 374% gain with Merrimack Pharmaceuticals. And this is a company that is working on companion diagnostics for treatment of serious diseases, focusing on cancer, and that's why there's a high demand for companies like Merrimack Pharmaceuticals. So let's not ignore what MACK can do for you. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is Spirit Airlines in the airline industry by the ticker SAVE. Now, end of Friday, the share price did close with the gain of a 5% gain, and with the 5-day change, we see a 10% gain in the double digits range. Based on just analysts, of 10 analysts, 7 are rating as a strong buy, while 2 are rating as a hold, with 1 as a moderate sell. Looking at a growth rate, we see minus 205%. However, just looking at momentum changes from a 52-week change here, we see 267% gain, while in the 3-month gain, we see 71% improvement. So that's looking very solid for Spirit Airlines. And at the time of the COVID-19 pandemic, the share price was hovering at the single digits here. And let's say back in October, which was about a month ago, close to a month or two ago, you could have purchased at like $15, and now it's almost getting up to 100% gains there, which is the airline play of Spirit Airlines. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is a company in the cannabis industry, and what we know is the cannabis sector is bull running up right now because we know regulations are changing, especially with federal laws in place where decriminalization is taking place, where rules that are imposed against cannabis, it's beginning to downgrade with the amount of punishment put in place. So this is looking solid because when that happens, companies like Aphria will continue to bull run up. And back in late October, the share price was hovering at $4. I actually got in around $4 months back, and it's great to see that the share price has gained over 100% from the $4 purchase price. Now it's hovering at the $8.49. The question is, can Aphria bull run up to the double-digit share price range? I'm very bullish on this opportunity, and I feel like if you are a believer of the cannabis sector, here's your opportunity to gain on proceeds if you park your money here, because Aphria will provide gains for you in the long run. And looking at analysts, I mean, of the 9 analysts, 8 are rating as a strong buy with 1 rating as a buy. And that just tells you how strong this company is. And just looking at a 52-week range here, it has grown by 335%, while in the 3-month range, it's grown by 100% in proceeds. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is the last ticker here, and that is a biotech company that is working on a potential COVID-19 vaccine. Now, the difference with Vaxart is it is a San Francisco-based company that is working on an oral pill medication candidate for the COVID-19, where the company is currently in phase 1 clinical trials. I do anticipate that the CEO will announce news come sometime in this month, December, regarding the outcome of phase 1 clinical trials and how the 40 patients did with the oral pill medication. Was it considered safe, and was it considered effective? And if so, then that means there will be positive news that the company positions itself to get into phase 2 to ramp up the number of patients, as well as testing for efficacy on the oral pill medication. Now, from just looking at technicals alone, based on 5-day change, we see 11% gain here with Vaxart. And I was recommending Vaxart at around the $3.80 back in early November, and as you can see, it's gained about 100% gains within like 2 weeks. Now, let's just look at 52-week trend here. This ticker has grown by 2,680% here from a 1-year perspective. And based on analysts, 3 are rating as a strong buy right now. And that's why I feel Vaxart can definitely add value, because instead of having like RNA, mRNA-based vaccines, you have an oral pill medication that you can take. Let's say if patients are afraid of taking an actual vaccine through injection. So that's why I feel Vaxart can definitely hover up to the $12 to $15 share price range very soon. And let's pull back, look at a zoomed out view, 5-year trend chart here. So back in 2016, the share price was hovering at $22. Back in 2018, it was around $10. And back in August of 2020, the share price was hovering close to like $20 as well, and it's been just climbing down. However, I feel like this ticker can fly based on the V shape that's occurring here. And let's not lose sight of what VXRT can potentially do for you with your investment. Now, overall, I hope that these tickers added value for you, as well as ETFs, PSX, ARKG, QUBT, GENE, RUN, XLE, FIT, MACK, SAAVE, APHA, and VXRT. I hope that these tickers and ETFs can add value to your investment portfolio, and I would definitely consider monitoring these tickers for potential bull runs. All right, so thank you again for watching another episode here at Investing with All I See Is W, and let's gain on the positive proceeds. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful Sunday, y'all.